All right, guys, happy Wednesday. I am recording this because I am a teacher and I know a lot of you are working too, but I am so honored and so excited to be the first person coming in and talking to you in our new community. I'm first off just so excited about this fresh start, new team page, and just really excited to see what awesome momentum we can bring heading into Summit together. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Erica. I've been a coach for about 6.5 years, and I'm going to share a lot of that with you today. But with that being said, I am here to talk to you about personal growth. And I feel I am very qualified to talk to you about this because I am the girl who put this on the back burner for, let's say, 6 of the 6.5 years. Okay. So if you're like, I don't even want to listen to this because I am not a personal growth person, I am not a PD person, listen, please listen. This is for you. Or if you're rocking your PD game, listen, because I might have a little tip in here to just help you take it to the next level. So if you're anything like me, I am a tracker girl. Like I do my check marks every single day. 6.5 years into the business, like I am still a tracker girl. Like, and I stepped away from it for a little bit and my business took a dip. So when I went back to it, I was still checking off that PD box, but it was like listening to a podcast on my phone as I was taking a shower or walking, going for a walk with my girls. And like I called that my personal development. I called that like building my business and taking myself to the next level. And yeah, there would be tidbits of information in those that would like fire me up for like 30 seconds. And then I would totally forget it and just walk away. Um, I should have like turned this so you could see I have a full bookshelf over here. I am a book buyer. Okay. I am not a book finisher. So I have like anytime Kelsey posts like, hey, I'm going to read this book, I'm like, all right, I'm going to order it on Amazon, but it's sitting here on my shelf. Reading is not really my jam. A little bit of backstory: I had an IEP in school. I have it's dyslexia and a reading disability that I've just kind of learned to cope with over time. But like reading is not my like pleasure of choice. Like I'm not just gonna pick up a book and or go to the library and check something out for fun. Like I know people do that. My mom does that. That's not me. Like, yeah, no. So when I decided this year had to be the year that I drew a line in the sand and I was going to actually go for personal growth, I had to push all of that aside. I couldn't say I can't read. I couldn't say I don't enjoy it. I couldn't say I don't have time. Like all of those things that had been going through my head for 6 years literally can't, like they had to go away or I was not going to make any growth. So I realized that there was something that my business was really, really lacking. And that's a lot of self-confidence. And I'm just going to be super honest with you. Um, I can, I can have so much fun at a challenge group. I love my challenge group, right? I can talk to people. I can post every day on social media. I can show up, but there was something missing. My business wasn't growing. My business wasn't taking those leaps forward. And guess what, guys? It's April and it might not be still. I might still be where I was in January, but I can feel it. I can feel the difference in myself every day when I wake up. So the very first thing I did in January was I had to pick a book to listen to because remember, picking up wasn't my jam. Okay. I had to give myself a start date. I had to give myself a finish date and I had to enjoy it. Okay. My biggest tip, if you are going to be listening to something, preview it first. Okay. If I don't like the person's voice, I'm not going to listen. I love a lot of like John Maxwell things, like they're awesome. I can't listen to the audio. I can't. It goes in one ear and out the other. So Mel Robbins was coming out with a high five habit. And I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I gave myself a start date. I gave myself a finish date. I had a deadline. I'm also like a school nerd. Like I love to check boxes off. I absolutely love like a syllabus. Give me a syllabus and I'm going to get it done. Right. So I had to check off the boxes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to Mel, but then I'm going to buy the journal. Guys, I have like, all the foo-foo journals over here. I've got them. Yep. They're on my shelf. Okay. But I had to buy the high five journal because I was reading the high five habit and I had to commit while reading the book. I didn't say I'm going to finish the journal. I didn't say I'm going to do this forever. I said, while I'm reading this book or listening to this book, I'm going to do the journal. And I did it. Every day I woke up, I wrote in my high five journal. I gave myself a high five and I enjoyed the heck out of her book. She talks about dyslexia in her book. She talks about all these things that just like struck a chord. Like I was like, she's speaking to me. I can do this. And in 1 month, I finished the book. I was like, oh shit, I did it. I finished what I said I was going to do. So I was like, okay, great. Check mark 1. This was the big one for me though. KK's training was like, what, 400 something, about $500, I think. I don't remember. I swiped my card and closed my eyes. But I knew that I had to commit to something bigger than a $16 audio or a piece of paper. Like I couldn't do it like that. I had to commit. This was game changer for me. I'm sitting in limbo in a lot of areas of my life right now. I'm just going to say that, like moving wise and job wise and, just passions. And I have a lot of things that are just like teetering. And I am a very just like, it's comfortable. I can ride this out kind of person. This training took me so far. Michelle, I honestly want to like start over and do it all again. I feel like I would get a different experience each time I did it, but it's a 10-week course, Monday nights at 8:00, 7:30. Every Monday night, except for one when we were in Disney, I made sure I was at my computer. I focused for 2 hours. That's really hard for me. I took notes. I filled out the paper. I did the foo-foo-y exercises with my camera off because that's just my comfort zone. But I went all in. I was like, I spent this money. I'm going all in. I even took it a step further. And after the training was over, sometimes Patrick would lay on the floor in here and we would do the exercises together again. I would have him go through it because I love the teaching side of things. And I invested and I grew so, so much. I was so happy that I invested in myself for the first time ever. I was terrified to invest in myself, okay? But I was so happy. I bawled my eyes out on the last call because it was over. I was like, who the heck am I? What is happening? So in return, did I hit Success Club 250 because I spent the money? Absolutely not. But do I feel prepared to take on this next half of the year, or this next quarter, because I am setting myself up for the future? Personal growth and your business go hand in hand, but personal growth does not make your business explode the next day. And that's what I used to think. I know that sounds crazy, but I used to think like, oh, I checked off the boxes. I'm doing personal growth. I'm doing one of the vital behaviors. No, I was not, guys. I was listening kind of sort of ish. I was not committed. I wasn't implementing what I was learning. When I had to take notes during the KK training, I was writing about my day job. I was writing about the move and the house and the things that we want. I was invested for my future. My business is part of my future. My business is part of my plan. My business is my vehicle that is going to take me to those places. So if I'm not investing in the vehicle, I'm not going to have wheels to drive me there. I'm just going to be sitting exactly where I'm at, like out of gas, right there with literally no room to go forward. So I had to go all in. We also did a Star Diamond training. We did one of the leadership books. I have it right here, like teamwork. I have 21 Laws of Leadership from the same person. It looks exactly the same. And I've never finished it. I think about it in like 2016, 2017. But because we were doing it as a group and because I had a syllabus, I was in there every day. Steph and I committed. A lot of people just kind of did it on their own. We didn't. We got in there. We voice messaged. We said what we were doing because that's what I had to do for myself. I didn't do that for anybody else. I did that for myself because I had to start the syllabus and complete it. And I learned so much about myself as a team leader and my team desire, the things that I want for my team based on this. Okay. Here's my next point. When the book ends, when you close the book, what do you do next? For me, I used to do nothing, right? I used to say, check mark, did it, let's go on, right? I now have learned that if I don't go back and implement those things, it's pointless. Don't read, don't do the things. So here's my tip. So this right here is for my I crush PD. I'm already doing the thing, people. If you have an iPhone, you have a tab that is called reminders. Like it's literally just reminders. And you probably can't see on there, can you? I mean, you can see I have hundreds, right? So what I do, I have a lot of them that are like automatic. They come up every week. Like for example, at 9 o'clock every night, I have one that pops up every single night that says Challenger check-in, and I clear out my bod group notifications by 9 o'clock every night, even on the weekends. That's just set for me. I have one that goes off on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Make sure that I've already sent out my weekly Wednesday email, things like that. This has been game changer for me because when I am doing a workbook or listening to a training or doing the recruiting calls from Melanie Mitro, if you're a Star Diamond leader and you're listening to those recruiting calls, when I'm doing those, I am in that reminders tab. The second it says, oh, go change your bio to a creator instead of blah, blah, blah. Instead of like dropping everything I'm doing and stopping my personal development, I set a reminder for 8 o'clock that night when I know I'm sitting down at my desk. Or if it says like, share your vision with your team, I can't stop and do that right then. I'm going to set one for 2 weeks from them on a Sunday night when I know I have time on my schedule, and it's going to remind me to do that. A big one for me was setting one that just goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning that says, give yourself a high five. Like you deserve it, girl. And I was doing that with High Five Habit. But guess what, guys? I'm not reading that book anymore and I haven't been doing it. So that reminded me. And today on my lunch, when I was thinking about this, I started re-listening to the book for pleasure. Who am I? I don't know, but I love the book so much. Yes, I've already listened to it. I already got something different out of it this morning than I did the first time, but I'm not calling that my business growth. I'm calling that just literally, I'm just listening because I enjoy it now. My business growth, I'm still going to be doing, I'm finishing up a book right now, business wise, and I'm going to be doing a different book probably starting next Monday. I'm going to keep investing. I'm going to keep making the syllabus. I'm going to keep checking it off, but I'm going to keep implementing the things that I've already learned and not just shut my book and be done with it. So get yourself the reminders tab or some type of tab that's going to come up and give you reminders. Send yourself an email, have it auto send to a certain day. If you use Google Streak, have something pop up like that. The reminders tab is just the easiest thing for me. I also use Google Keep and have like a note section in there where I like type up some different ideas for post ideas. Like as I'm reading a personal growth book, I might get a post idea out of it. Obviously, you're not going to post it right then and there. So I just have a little bank of different things. But if you're not implementing what you're learning, guys, that was me, 6 years of it. Okay. I didn't grow. Okay. I mean, I worked really hard in my business and I made strides, but like personally, like my personal growth was capped. It was capped at just what I could quick learn at, an event. For example, I will be taking this reminders tab with me to Summit. When I'm hearing all these amazing lightning bolt things, I'm going to have my notebook because that's what I do. And I'm going to have my front page with my awesome, great things, but I'm going to be setting reminders like, hey, don't forget to go and do this. Don't forget to implement the awesome strategies that you are learning. The next thing you need, okay, sorry, there's something in my eye. The next thing you need your reminders tab. You need to commit. You need to commit with somebody else. Okay. Get you a staff. And Kels, we have a text right now and we're reading a book and we just literally voice message over our takeaways. It's so quick and easy. But without that, I wouldn't do it. Okay. I wouldn't take that step to stop and process what I've learned, especially when I'm doing something on paper. Like I'm a highlighter, but I already told you I don't really like to read. So I have to stop at the end of that chapter and process it and think about, oh crap, like I haven't been doing this. These are my reflections, or wow, I was doing really good. This is why I really liked the teamwork book, because there was a section where you scored yourself at the end of it. We always shared our scores, and it wasn't like a dogging on yourself kind of thing. It was like, wow, I have room for growth here, or dang, I did great at this. Like you need somebody. And if you need somebody, like let's comment right here and let's get these partners going, or let's get pods of people going who want to read the same book and really commit to personal growth. Don't just do it. Don't just commit. Share your ideas, set those reminders, implement what you're learning, and let's crush this. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section. I want to see you on fire. I want to see you shining on social media, because I promise you, when KK would tell us like, hey, you learned this, go share, it was so easy because I truly felt the excitement. I'm so excited to be on here tonight. I'm going to go talk on my social media about it because it's jacking me up. So I want you to find something that excites you. If you listen to Mel Robbins and she's not your girl, don't listen to that book because everybody else is listening to it. Find something that you need. Maybe you don't need to work on teamwork right now. Maybe you need to be working on the compound effect or the 10X rule. You need to find something that's going to speak to you where you are in your business to take you, to drive you to that next level. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting here at the end of this year, right here. I need something that's going to help me and drive me to be the best version of myself, for my girls, for my family, for all of this, so we can be in the places that we want to go. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you later.